winning dropshipping product. My name is Chris, and if you don't know me, well, I teach over here at a school called the Freedom Club. We are a school that teaches everyday people how to succeed in dropshipping, and it's free to join. I don't get paid to speak this course. It's just if you want access to coaches like myself to help you in your dropshipping journey, this is the best place to go. There's a link in the description of this video. Now, if you're already into dropshipping and you've been doing this a while and you've had a few orders, you might be thinking you need some help with fulfillment. And you might be thinking this because maybe your YouTube, sorry, not your YouTube, maybe your eBay supplier has run out of stock. If they haven't now, they probably will very soon. Maybe you just want to see if you can get your product cheaper, because if you can get your product cheaper, you can actually save more money, meaning you can spend more on ads and start to scale. If that's the case with you, if you're looking for professional fulfillment, there's a link in the description of this video, w.app/conversion crusader. That will get you right into my DMs in my WhatsApp, where I will introduce you to my supplier, who has literally made tens of millions of dollars with me. Or for me, with me, for me, for my businesses, by supplying my products. Anyway, guys, let's get the Freedom Club in and let's get this party started. So what we will do, let's go live. And we are live on the Freedom Club. Sorry, guys. Wasn't paying attention. I saw a DM that came through. Welcome to Product Research for Tuesday night. I don't get this camera straight up. Is it better? I think that's better. Casey, welcome. Bear with me. Pradeep, Andrew, welcome. Give me a couple of minutes, guys, to get myself all set up. For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm going to put a link in the description. Sorry, a link in the chat here. If you want to join my Discord. Discord here. If you want to ask questions. If you want to drop your links. All right. Linda Elk, is that how I say it? Elky? Okay? Elk. I'm guessing it's elk. All right. We got some products to find. Let me know if this is your first time here. And if not, or if still, let me know where you're up to in the course, just so I have an idea. First thing I need to give you is a link to my product database, which I will do right now. So hold on. Aaron, hello. Brayden, hello. All right, there's a link to my product database and a link for you guys over on YouTube too. First timer in, welcome. Welcome. All right. We're going to move and start sharing my screen and move into product research right now. Andrew, you're in the ad review process. Your first time on my call. Nice. Welcome. Abby, you've listened to many calls. This is your first time on the call since joining the From Your program. Awesome. Pradeep, you've submitted your product for approval. When can you expect to hear from me? I should have done them today, to be honest with you. I should have done them today. I just couldn't find the time to do it. So I will promise to get all the remaining products that need reviews done by tomorrow. So probably expect yours to be approved by tomorrow morning. If not tonight after the stream. We'll see how we go. Excuse me, we'll see how we go. All right, are we sharing screen on YouTube? I think we are. Yes, we are. Let's go. I need some more caffeine in my system to do this properly. All right, we're looking for products, and today we're using PiPi ads, which is one of many ad tools out there. It's my new favorite. Brooke, first timer, you joined last week. Welcome, Brooke. Nice to have you on board. You found your product, just looking for complimentaries? Fantastic. All right, so the way that I've been doing this, if you look in my spreadsheet, right, we've got months worth of awesome products that I found in that spreadsheet. And those are products mostly that are doing quite well. So if you're looking for things that are likely to do okay, that's a great way to start. Now, there's two ways about going about dropshipping. There's taking products that are doing quite well and building a reasonable brand around them. That's quite good. It's quite good. But if you want to make a ton of money and you want to get a ton of momentum is key in this business. And if you want to do that, the best type of product to find is one that's trending on somewhere else that you can bring over, or somewhere else, not just on a platform. It could be just trending in a country and taking that trend to a new country or a new platform. So if you find something working on TikTok, you might be able to take that to Facebook. If it's working in America, it might work well in Australia and vice versa. If you can do that and you can build momentum, if you've ever tried in e-commerce to catch up with another brand, I've tried several times. You can do it, but it's very hard. And there's no guarantee that you can be profitable because they've already spent all the money to pretty much attract all the customers, and the amount of data they have on their pixel will be much, much more greater than what you've got. Yes, you could play catch up, but it's way easier if you find a killer product that is just riding that wave of trend. So that's what we're going to do now. We're changing gears, and we've been doing this now for a couple of weeks, using this tool called PiPi Ads, which is quite expensive if you want to have the full account. I think it's over $200 a month, I think, from memory. I've been using this one mostly because the interface is just beautiful. If you've been watching me trying to struggle with my, what was the app I was using before? Winning Hunter. Now, Winning Hunter is a fantastic app. It's got lots of data in there. But as you scroll down the page, it just got slower and slower and slower to the point where, oh man, bloody hell. Just stop sharing for a minute and fix this login problem. So bear with me. I hope that doesn't happen again. One sec, guys. Let me get this back on. Where was it? We'll be back in a second. All right. All right, PiPi Ads is going to give you problems tonight. Fantastic. All right, here we go. We are back. Okay. Let me share this with you over on Freedom Club so you can see my screen. You want my YouTube? Yeah, no problem. No problem. This is my YouTube link. Okay. Now, where were we? PiPi Ads. Yeah, so this is just another tool in the belt that you can use to find products. It is my new current favorite. I love it. I love it because the interface is just so responsive and fast. It doesn't get weighed down with the more searches that we do. And this one doesn't just track Facebook really well. It tracks TikTok, and that's where we're going to be focusing today. I'm specifically, and I have been doing this for a couple of weeks now, specifically looking for products on TikTok that I personally haven't really found yet. products that might give you an edge that you can quickly get up and running and fly with, because that's how you make the 80 to 100 grand a month. You do that, you build momentum, and that momentum, it pushes you into that next level. The more momentum you have, the cheaper your cost per purchase, the more you can get in the smaller amount of time. Make sense, everybody? Okay. Let's see what we got. We've got 2 fungus treatment drops. Oh, and I should also mention, specifically, hey Jackson, we're looking at product costs here. Yes, this is all in American dollars. We're looking for stuff that we can scale. We can't scale it unless we've got a margin. So there's no point looking at cheap products, because I can tell you now, it's probably going to cost you, if I'm going to make a guess, between 25 Australian dollars and even up to 80 Australian dollars to get your purchase, to buy a customer off Facebook. Depending on your skill at making amazing ads, it could be in the higher end to $80. For me personally, my cost per purchases usually sit between 25 and 40 Australian dollars. So we have to make sure that we can at least make profit off the sale. So when we're looking at like a Canadian $21.95 for a car freshener, you might not be able to scale that, but is it the kind of thing that you could sell a bundle of? And is it the kind of thing people might use and come back for? Well, yes. Yes, actually. This meets those 2 criteria. A wood car freshener for $21.95. What's the best way to make image ads? The best way to make image ads is to come to my masterclass and watch me make image ads. It's honestly the best thing. Come to my masterclass and we can go over to that. Masterclasses are always 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. sorry, right after this call. And you can watch it if you don't have access to it at the Freedom Club. You can watch it on my YouTube channel. And speaking of YouTube, hey Yomo, welcome. Okay, wood car freshener. I like the website. I hate the words. This product ships free. That's weird. That's really weird. Shouldn't it be free shipping on this product? That would make more sense. They do have the packs. They've only got a couple of product images, which is really rough. Really good imagery here for their smells.
Introducing Drift, a totally new way to add custom.
Wow, that's a lot of reviews. They reckon they got 30,000 reviews. They try to sell you a subscription. You bought this product, great, and they try to sell you a subscription, even better. Even better. They got no ads running on Facebook. That is them, right? It's not them. What's their logo look like? No specific logo. Okay, do they have... They do have Facebook ads running. Okay. Fair few of them. And their image ads look pretty good. Your car will smell like coffee and cacao. Nice. I like this. I like this idea. PiPi, how did you find them? Just through ads? Drift. What do we call this thing? Car freshener. And from an FB ad. Cool. Here we go. These are the guys. Now, obviously, you can't sell Drift, but you can sell other similar-looking car smell solutions. Yeah, these guys are scaling. They were using the founders, talking about how they started and how people were doubting them at the start. Yeah, those founder videos are fantastic ads. Adeep, you got suckered. But the best way to learn how to be sold to is to allow yourself to be sold to. Yeah, this is great. We're going to add these in. Now, if you're going to start this type of business, oops, that's not what I want. If you're going to start this sort of business, you want to make sure you don't copy them. You copy their idea. Drift car set. We've got Facebook ads this time. We've got a website. We've got months of data saying that this is a good product. And we've got PiPi ads right here. You have all you need to go and build a similar brand. Let's just go and find out. Is there an AliExpress? Wooden car scent. What would you call this? Wood car freshener. Okay, I'll try that. Yep, it's right here. Right there. In fact, you could easily brand this. Easily. This can be laser etched so simply. And what if you didn't just sell this for cars? What if you tried the office? What if this was a personal scent to put in your office? That's a sort of masculine way of making your office smell good. That's one angle you could try. You've also got these wooden clips that go into the air vents. They look pretty cool. Actually, I like the idea of a car scent store. You know, there is a killer marketing campaign here waiting to happen, right? All you have to do is find a really, really, really nice new car smell that actually works in this little wooden thing, and they sent you a clip for free. That's great. And inside your campaign, it'll be finally an actual new car smell that smells like new car. How many of us are trying to capture that new car smell, and we just can't. We just can't. All you need to tell me is that's what it smells like, and I'm in. Okay. Let's move on. Convenient refrigerator, $29. Yeah, it doesn't look that convenient to me. We'll take a look anyway. I don't know why it's so cheap. Doesn't sound 49 Australian. It doesn't look like it should be cheap. How's this different from an esky, which would cost the same amount of money? A battery operated esky. What a terrible website. Let's just see if anyone... No, that's terrible. There's no profit in there. Let's have a look at the competition. Let's see if there's anyone else. No, there's not. That's definitely a no. Okay, these dogs were a complete and utter scam. They have these real dogs in these videos that look like toy dogs, saying that they were robots. And then they sell you what is a real dog done in AI. But what you actually get is one of these. Oh no, not even those. Those are real dogs. That's a real dog. That's not even real. And they're using the shrine theme. What you get is this cheap little plastic dog that I think I remember getting for Christmas in the 90s. Handheld filtered shower head. We looked at that last time, didn't we? We've seen a lot of these this week. I wonder if I can pick some stuff we haven't seen. Grinding and polishing. I don't think I'd want to be selling a cheap angle grinder. What if something goes wrong? Mushroom gummies. Gummies go well, and mushrooms are probably a good product you could sell too. By the way, we've got the boxes which do well, which are in the list already. What's a harmony wave? No, that looks like a bunch of crap. A lot of the stuff we've already seen before, so we're just skipping through it. Portable nebulizer, I think that's already on the list. Hanil, you launched your ads yesterday. You got 2 sales. You want to get my ads reviewed? Yeah, we do that in the next stream, buddy. That's in the masterclass. That's starting in about 40 minutes. Dentures. Grass cutter, which is cool but looks dangerous as hell. And honestly, if you've only launched 2 days ago or yesterday, and you want me to review your ads, I mean, I'm happy to do it. It's just, it's probably a bit early. It'd be better, like, I will do it for you, but there'll be more data available on Thursday. Robot vacuum cleaner, Be careful with mushrooms. Someone has been jailed for poisoning people. Completely different. We're not going to be dehydrating death cat mushrooms. Or magic mushrooms. That would land you in jail too. Vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaners I've seen people doing. Take a look at that. It's a pretty good vacuum cleaner. And they're running this in Canada. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, that's what we want to see. We want to see pick up the rice. Come on. Seems okay. We've done some changes. Cool. Yeah, we'll review it. Okay, these are running in a lot of countries. Cool. It's not a bad product, and I think it's already on the list. If you do want to sell vacuums, yeah, not bad. Floating portable cooler would be good in the summertime. I don't know if it'd be any good in winter. A K-bag. Wait a minute. What's a K-bag? Oh. Ooh. So is this like your esky bag? That's cool. How much does a K-bag cost? How much is our whatever that is? Brazilian in AUD? 91 bucks? Okay. Translate. What do they speak in Brazil? Portuguese? Thermal backpack. Of course. I'm an idiot. Local band with a booze bag variant? Yeah. Yeah, now you're thinking like I think. Like Australia loves a barbecue. The Aussie thermal backpack. You can take this to the cricket. Take this to the barbecue. Take this to the river. Put your fish in there. It's just you don't have to lug the heavy esky anymore. Yeah, I like this. Okay, ads wise, we're only seeing this on TikTok, right? And we're only seeing this in Brazil. They've run this for a good amount of money here. All right, what you got? The Aussie Pal Collection cooler bags. Let's take a look. Thanks, Andrew. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Go away. Their website doesn't work. They're running on the shrine theme. Pretty sure. Maybe not. Not that it matters. Yeah, that looks like shrine to me. They've just done a careful job with the branding. Shrine, by the way, is not my current favorite website theme, by the way. Joe over on YouTube, do I have any tips on where I can find guides to create nice creatives? If you go into my last couple of weeks worth of lives on Thursdays and Tuesdays, so look for my lives on what are they called? Masterclass. Where are my masterclass lives? I'll see if I can dig one up for you. Because yeah, I go in deep in those lives and exactly what to do. Across everything in e-commerce, including finding great creatives and making great creatives. So look for Dropshipping Masterclass. There was one 4 days ago, and there was one 6 days ago. But if you want some extra advice tonight, live, I'll be doing a masterclass in 24 minutes. So sit tight. All right. Let's pick one that looked like what they were selling. This one here. Insulated cooler bag, $169. That looks similar. That's $169. Let's go on an AliExpress real quick. $36 buckaroos. You could easily sell that for 3 or 4 times its markup. Is the master? Yeah. So I only stream live, and they stream live here on YouTube, and they stream also in my private school. So if you want to jump on the previous streams, they're all in YouTube. You can watch them. You can skip through the bits that are boring to you and find the juicy bits, and try and give a juicy golden nugget every time I go live. I love this. So Casey asks, if the product is already branded, how does this affect advertising? Do we try and hide it or embrace it? I don't give a flying hoot about branding in to begin with, to start with, right? If it depends on how you go about it. Like if I'm just testing a product out and this is like the Tourit 30 liters and we can see the branding clearly, well then I'm not going to go on my landing page and go the Aussie beer bag TM, because that'd be silly, because you're advertising the Aussie tea bag TM and your beer bag TM and you're getting this Tourette. No, I wouldn't do that. I would just try and I just call it the thermal backpack. See if you can sell a few, and if you can, well then we talk to the suppliers and we find a supplier who can stitch your logo on there. Or just give them to you unlogoed and you can put a tag on it. But you have to get to that point. You got to test it first to see if you can sell it, and then test it a little bit further to see if you can kind of scale it a bit. Okay. I reckon that's a great idea. We're going to put that in the list. I'll go with the one that I found, even though the one that you found was better. What do you want to call this? Thermal backpack? No problem, Yomo. Oops, that's not the screen we want. Okay. Green grass lawn. For anyone out there who has a garden store, that's pretty cool. Again, with the shrine theme, every single bloody website is shrine. Every single one. Okay, 99% of them are shrine these days. I am so sick of it. Anyway, that's just me complaining. So you got a spray pot plus 1 liquids. Yeah, these numbers are pretty good. That's £30. That's like, what, $50, $60? And you can probably get this for like $15. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. We've had a very, very good... Oh, no, we've had a small amount of spend. Lots of different videos that you can use for inspiration. We're selling this in America and Canada. But you know where else I think would like this kind of product? Well, I actually recently just moved Homecraftology to the Impulse theme. And I can say it's fast. It's really, really fast. Look how fast these things are loading in. It's responsive. And I've already found my add to cart rate has doubled. Just by moving to the Impulse theme. Because I guess the speed that it loads, it is clean. It doesn't have the bells and whistles that Shrine has. But you don't necessarily need them. See how it's a lot simpler. It's really helped my add to cart rate. I must admit. I didn't think it would, but it has. So Impulse is a good theme. Shrine is still a good theme. It's a bit clunky and they all look the same. And I'm sick of looking the same. All right, so we've got the best paradox. Let's pop this in the list. Grass paint. Dawn, yeah, Dawn's good. Dawn's great. Dawn's fantastic. I mean, Dawn's one of the originals, right? One of the OGs. There's a reason why it's so good. Have I done speed optimization? Yeah, I have. I've done speed optimization. I did speed optimization for Shrine theme, but I think it's very heavy in terms of the fonts, and I think a lot of the imagery that it uses, it's quite heavy in the amount of requests that it makes to download all of those things and all those scripts to do all those things. Like, if you look at my website, right, and if this was Shrine, if Shrine was on this right now, I never used the Shrine, what do you call it, the Shrine slide in draw cart, because I found that people converted better on my previous cart. So this is one I custom coded for myself, and they always converted better on this. So if I'm using Shrine, but I'm not using the draw cart, all of that code and the imagery behind that still gets loaded in. And so there's all of these HTTP requests that just slow your site down. Whereas with Impulse, it's such, and with Dawn too, because it's the same kind of thing. They're so simple and easy to customize that you don't end up with that weight of having to download all those different requests. So everything's faster. And I feel like, I think like, if you're on the Facebook app on your phone and you're scrolling your ads, even on TikTok too, you're scrolling through and you click on an ad, click on buy now, it opens up a portal inside Facebook or inside Insta or inside TikTok. This portal opens and your website loads up in there. And I think that initial, like that barrier between you and the internet, because it's Facebook, then a small browser within Facebook, that alone already doubles the amount of traffic that's going to have to go in and out. So every HTTP request matters. And you might be wondering, what's a HTTP request? Let's see if I can show you. You go into your developer tools and you go network. You can see all the things that are downloading. These are all the things from your page that have to get downloaded into the browser to make this work. And you saw the structure there, right? You can see it loading up. And this is the timeline right here telling me how long it takes. When you have a heavy theme, this can take longer before the page finalizes. And that can have significant impact on the browsing, what's it called? The browsing experience that your customers have, which is, it's why that in the Freedom Club, a lot of people stick to the initial theme because it's a very lightweight theme, as is Impulse. Impulse is very lightweight as well. So I was surprised. Last time I was chatting to you guys in last Thursday's masterclass, someone on YouTube asked me to prove that I had made the money that I claimed to have made. So I went into my Homecraftology backend and I showed you guys my stats for the last 5 years, showed you guys my stats for this year, showed you guys my stats for last year, and I showed you my stats from 2023. And that's when I got a bit embarrassed because I went from a 4% conversion rate, or between a 3.5 and a 4% conversion rate, down to struggling to maintain a 2% conversion rate. And the biggest change that I did was move into Shrine theme. So I thought to myself, hey, damn, I better make sure that I test out whether or not Impulse is going to make a difference. To show you I've still got to iron out a few issues, but I had it live since Saturday. And this is the important bit here, because I'm still working on some issues here with the reach checkout and conversions, right? I've got a few things to fix there. Well, I fixed a few things today that was stopping people from checking out. But I went from, so remember this, 9.94% add to cart rate. To the previous day's 5.59% add to cart rate. So just the theme alone, just the theme made all the difference. Now this is Homecraftology. That doesn't mean Shrine won't work for you. It doesn't mean it won't work for you. Every different category of product, it brings in a different type of person, and those type of people will respond to different themes differently. So if you've chosen Shrine and you love it, don't need to change it, but might be worthwhile, just if you do have it running, just to test whether or not your add to cart rate has suffered. When I did launch it, the reason why I tell you that to pay no attention to the other stats, when I launched it, I was really, really happy because my add to cart rate doubled. And my reach checkout rate, not too bad, but it was a bit higher. I realized there was actually a bug in the new website where people were adding to cart, but they were adding. I'll show you what they were doing. It was my own fault. I don't know why it happened. It just happened. So you go into a product. Let's just say you select 50/50, and you add that to cart. What it was doing, it was actually selecting the 2020, and it was automatically adding the lowest possible, the smallest possible kit to your cart. It was a bug I had to fix, but I fixed it. So I'm expecting my conversion rates to go up over the next few days. As I said to you guys, and I know this is the product review call, and we shouldn't be doing this sort of stuff. As I've said to you guys many times, when your website's working and you screw it up, it's not like all of a sudden you suddenly start seeing worse results, because there's still people in the buyer's phase. And especially for me, I'm still hitting people up over email. So it's not like I suddenly installed the Shrine theme and got worse results the next day. It was a gradual decline, down, real slow decline. That over time, I didn't notice too much of a difference. And I looked at my website, it was shiny and sparkly, and I loved it. And so I wanted it to work so badly because I loved the theme so much. And I let my desire to have a really slick looking website come first, whereas I should have let the functionality and the statistics here really guide my decision on which theme to use. So let that be a lesson to all of us. Linda, you think my impulse looks nice? Yeah. I think it looks nice. It's clean. What I like mostly is the search bar here and a little bit of custom code that I did write. You can see while you're in the... I've got to get rid of that little thing there. That's bad. The little heart. When you're looking at the collection page, because I have such a wide amount of products, I custom coded in the search bar here so I can search for the things that I want. I thought that was really clever of me. Anyway, I've got to get rid of those wish list things. I've got to move them somewhere. All right, enough about that. Let's go back into product research. Sorry for not staying on task, guys. So we had grass paint. I think that's a really cool product. Let's keep going. Micro needling botanic. Skin tag removal. Ooh, I mean, the price is there. I do feel... Oh, are we offline? They're offline. Okay, we'll skip that one. I am wary about health products and health claims, just so you know. Anti-wrinkle skincare. If you have to say 74% off, I think that's getting a bit desperate. What's this thing? Slushy machine. Too big. Too big. We need products that are small and lightweight, preferably. The smaller and more lightweight it is, the cheaper it will be when you go and try and get Chinese fulfillment. If you're making money selling something off eBay, right? And it's like 23, no, let's just say it's $50, but it's a big product, like wider than you could grab in your hand and a little bit weighty. You can't get that cheaper really from China, because shipping an individual product that's slightly large and slightly heavy will be paying for shipping fees. So you'll lose your margin there on shipping fees. So it's always better when you're in the product research stage to be thinking small and lightweight. We've got this guy here, the anti-smoking device. Pretty cool idea. It's not new though, it's been out for a while. Pregnant mate, I advise everybody to skip any products that have to do with pregnancy. Babies, no, babies are a great niche, but pregnancy I think is too fleeting. And mostly when you get given these things, like mostly your mother-in-laws or your mother or mom or dad or your husband, you know, or your baby shower, they'll be giving you all the pregnancy stuff. I would hope. We've got the mouth guards in there. And the reason why I say that about pregnancy is because we'll sit here and we'll be building an email list. So you're going to be buying customers off Facebook who are going to become your customers, and they're going to get your emails. And when you're pregnant, you got that customer for 9 months at tops, right? And then hopefully they have another baby and continue being a customer, but it's too wishy-washy for me. Have I ever used global sources for a supplier, Hong Kong based? I haven't used Hong Kong. And the reason I haven't used Hong Kong is because when I got started, they weren't part of China. And I actually have customers buying off me from Hong Kong, and I'm drop shipping their product from China over in Shenzhen. Ridiculous. But no, I haven't supplied from Hong Kong. No, actually. No. Of course I have. Of course I have. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's no different from drop shipping from Shenzhen. Sorry about getting confused there. I just saw this. Damon, are you on the call? Isn't that Damon's ad? It's definitely the product that he's making, but this is for Canada. But they're also selling in Australia. Again with the shrine theme. Hold on, I need to message him real quick, guys. Just give me a sec. That looks like his image, yeah? That looks like the same address that he was using. Let me do a screenshot for him. All right. They may not be using the same content, but best to make sure. Best to see. Alrighty. And there's a reason why I wouldn't put this in the list. Not because it's Damon's. The rule is if I think it's a good dropshipping product, then it goes in the list if I find it. So I wouldn't recommend this. One of our students is dropshipping. Well, not dropshipping these because it's not dropshipping. He's actually making these at home. He's got the components and then he lasers in the address. So it's not really an easy dropshipping product to be able to sell. It's not something I'm going to put on the list because the barrier of entry is too high. If you're wondering. Alrighty. Remineralize your teeth. Remineralize. $40. Okay, that's within the price that we want. We got TikToks. Lots of different Facebook ads. Running this in Australia and the US. Okay, okay. Another shrine theme. Bloody hell, guys. Bloody hell. There was a time when I did this where shrine was only for the cool kids. Oh, that's desperate. You pay a monthly subscription for this? Really? Why aren't you selling them? God damn, they're pretty desperate for my details, though, aren't they? Yeah, this is going on the list. Remineralizing gum. That's a brand I would make. Get yourself off shrine. Okay, we're going to go chewing gum. Let me grab the Facebook ad link for you guys. Only 2 likes? How is that possible? That's interesting. That is really, really, really interesting. Does this mean this could, if you look here, right? So what I'm saying is all of these ads started today and their page only has 2 likes. Could this be that they've only just started to bring their brand over to Facebook? No, it can't be, right? It can't be. Start date January 8th. I don't think they're new. I don't think that new on Facebook. They must have been on there a while. But anyway, let's get you that list. Maybe they started a new page. And the PiPi ads are here. Shannon, is there any way I can view the previous product launch videos? What do you mean? Do you mean the previous ones that Austin recorded? I don't think there's a way to view them. Is there any specific reason that you need them? Just so I can let him know? Because we can probably bring them back. Depuff, delint, glow in just 3 minutes a day. Ah, not lint. Depuff and lift for 70 Canadian dollars. Oh, you got my attention. Shop Wonderlift. Shrine again. Who would have thought? What is it exactly? Why is this so good? You put in the fridge? Defines a jawline. Great website. Ah, so you can watch what I previously... Yeah, look. Absolutely. Just pop over to my YouTube channel. Go to live. I'll give you a list. All my previous streams are there. It's probably easier to watch them on YouTube because when you watch them on Circle, which is where the Freedom Club is, the screen can get a bit blurry. Sculpts, lifts, deep massage. Doesn't say how it does. I don't think you put it in the fridge. I think it's just like got these smooth balls on there that you roll over your face, and I've just now realized what I just said. I apologize. Face ball thing. Face smoother. Let's go find these guys on Facebook. Surely they have a Facebook. And we found a few good products today. Not bad. Not a bad haul. Shop Wonderlift. Okay, no. What about what is Wonderlift? We do not see these guys on Facebook. That could be an opportunity. That could be an opportunity. These guys are fresh. They have a lot of content, but they haven't spent much money. Yeah, this is a real opportunity. Okay. What's we got next? The gloves here that I found these last stream actually on Sunday. Great for a pet store. Hidden, if you're watching, that's one for you. Cat litter box, $81. That'd be pretty good. Not bad. It's bulky though. I don't know how you'd ship that. It's going to be expensive to ship. Grip socks. Uncoated iron pots. Connection band. I don't know what you're connecting. Scent diffusers. I mean, we have the scent diffusers above, so I won't add them in. You love grip socks? What do you use the grip socks for? Are we talking like yoga? Yoga and stretching and Pilates? Or just walking around the house without falling over? This is probably what I need them for. Yes. The problem is good for older people. Okay. All right, Casey. I'm sold. I'm sold. I don't have any Facebook ads for it, but we're going to add grip socks. And rather than finding ads for them, we're going to say sell to people who need more stability at home. All right. It's in. What is a paracucci? So it's a car umbrella. That's something I've never seen before. Foldable umbrella for the car. Hey-ya. Luxury storage bag. Okay, this is much nicer looking than those crappy things that we use, right? Easy to deploy. That's actually not bad. Again, shrine theme. I'm seeing a pattern here. This is pretty much a junk store, which means they're selling a lot of unrelated bullcrap. There's no branding here at all. Let's just take another look at the product here. 5 likes. They've run this for 20 bucks. So there's no data here to tell me that this is a good product. But they must have got this footage from somewhere. Question is whose footage is this? I'm gonna pop it in there. We need to find other competitors. So car screen. Well, it's car. That's what we'll do. Car screen. Website is terrible. We can't find a huge amount of competitors. We need to do way more research on this one, but it's a possible idea there. Now, if we're going to look over today and say what would be easy, nothing's going to be easy today. Oh, this one, the thermal backpack. I think that's a pretty easy one, actually. Make that one green. The face smoother, yeah, that might be easy-ish. Make that one green too. Hair removal, yeah, that'll do. All right, ladies and gents. That's it for me tonight. Oh, wait a minute, Yomo. With Impulse, do I have the priority processing included? No, I don't. I don't have that. But that can easily be installed. I don't have that on Homecraft. I use a different way to. What I do for Homecraft is on my products I have I don't require any other apps or anything other than one-click upsell, because we have priority processing here, $3, and it's also available on the cart. It's also available in the after sale. So yeah, it's actually my best seller is priority processing, and the butter paper as well. Anyway, that's it for the product research call. I'll be back in like 2 minutes to start the masterclass. So sit tight, ladies and gents, and I'll be back.